And the fifth reason is this. The church is not mentioned as being on earth during the tribulation chapters of Revelation. Let me give you an example. 19 different times you'll find the church mentioned in the first 3 chapters of the book of Revelation. But then in Revelation chapter 4, verse 1, the Apostle John hears a voice from heaven saying, "Come up here, and I will show you what must take place after these things." And then after that verse where John is taken up, chapter 4, verse 1, from that point all the way to chapter 19, the tribulation chapters of the book of Revelation, the church vanishes. The church is not mentioned once in the earthly scenes. Now, why is it? Why is it that the church is nowhere mentioned on earth during the tribulation chapters if we are to go through the tribulation? Don't you think that would be kind of important if we were supposed to go through it, that it would at least mention us? Another question is, in Revelation 2 and in chapter 3, 7 different times there is a specific phrase that the Apostle John repeats. I want you to listen. The phrase is this. You can look it up, chapter 2, chapter 3, 7 different times you'll find it. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to whom? To the churches. This exact sequence is repeated 7 different times there, and every single time the word to the churches is included. Now, this same order of words is used in the tribulation chapter. If you want, take a look at Revelation chapter 13, verse 9 and 10. But I want you to notice how it's written. Revelation chapter 13, 9 and 10. Remember, in Revelation chapter 2 and 3, he who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. Here it says, if anyone has an ear, let him hear. It doesn't say what the Spirit says to the churches. It just says, if anybody's got an ear, let him hear. The exact same words, the exact same sequence. He used it 7 times in chapter 2 and chapter 3. Why is it that he didn't include the churches here? Because the church is not who he was addressing. The church is not on earth. The church has been raptured, does not go through the tribulation. Amen. Those are 5 reasons why I think that we will not, according to the Bible, as Christians, experience the wrath of God, the day of the Lord, but that Christ will come. He could come at any moment. There are no signs that precede him. Paul was anticipating that he would be part of that group. The Thessalonians were looking for Christ to come from heaven. Jesus said, I will come again and receive you unto myself. You put all that together, and I believe that Christ's coming is imminent, it is near, and that the Christians will be spared from the day of the Lord.